Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Inspirational Coffee Talk. My name is L.schonewill. I'm an inspirational life coach, a healer, and an avid coffee, tea, anything warm drink lover. If you don't already have your warm drink, go grab that now and join me back in just a moment. Welcome back, everyone. So in today's episode, I want to talk a little bit about the story of your life. So many people don't realize how much that impacts their life. How many of you have actually taken the time to sit down and wrote, as if you're writing a book, the story of your life? What are the themes of this story? What are the pivotal moments in the story? I got divorced. I had my children. My mother died. My dog died. What are the pivotal moments in your story? What's the theme of your story? Who are the background characters in your story? Do you have villains in your story? Do you have thieves running throughout your story? And when I say thieves, I'm not always talking about somebody that goes around stealing your personal belongings. Maybe so in some cases, but I'm talking about even the people that steal your energy, your money, your time, right? So I think it's so important to, in the discovery of what's your story, I want to give you a little bit of a process today that I give when I'm working with my coaching clients on how to impact their story. One is write down, what stands out to me in this story? What story am I telling, right? It's important to know. What are you going around? Is this story inspirational? Is it tragic? Are you the victim in your story? Do you have characters running through your story that you don't even like, right? Why are they in your story? Why have you not written them out of the story, so to speak, right? So what I want you to do in this process is it becomes such a discovery as you write this down. Okay, so number one is write it down. Okay, the invitation is going to be to go back through there and edit it. And when I say edit it, I want you to circle all the things in your story that are debatable. Okay, remember, if you don't know this, I'm going to tell you, facts or feelings aren't always facts. So maybe one of the things that you wrote down in your story is, no one liked me growing up, or I was the black sheep of the family. You know, people often write things like that. So that would be something to circle. No one liked me growing up. Sometimes people say, my dad never liked me, my mom didn't like me, whatever the case is. But again, it's debatable because oftentimes what you felt like as a child growing up needs revisiting now. It's important that we edit our story periodically, because as we grow and as we gain new wisdom, that changes the story. We can go back and say, oh, wait a minute, I felt it, but as I'm revisiting my story, I'm finding out that maybe that wasn't true. I need more facts. Maybe I need to talk to my mom. Maybe I need to talk with my dad. Maybe I need to go back to the little child, right? So I want you to edit your story by circling all the things that are debatable. Okay. After you've done that, now we're going to move on to the next phase, if you will. And that is going to be, I want you to unwind the story. Okay. And when you unwind it, essentially what you're doing is you're finding what is truer than what I thought. Okay? And you can kind of picture a pie, a circle with all of these sections in it, like a pie would have. And I want you to write around it as you go, as you unwind this story. So the first thing that you circled could be, no one liked me growing up, right? So you think to yourself as you're doing this process, what is truer than nobody liked me? Okay? Well, what's truer is I might not have all the information. That's true. Okay, that's no longer debatable. It's very possibly true that you don't have all the information, okay? Or let's say that you started with, my dad didn't like me. What's truer than that? He didn't like himself. All of a sudden you feel in your body, yeah, that's really true, he didn't. Okay? What's truer than that? He was, or as true, he was wounded. Yeah, he was wounded. Okay? What else is true? It was never about me. So you begin to gather evidence, more information that's unwinding this knot in your story, if you will, this troubling thing that you've carried around your whole life. You're beginning to unwind these things. And then once you've done each one of the things that you've circled and you've unwound it, now it's time to rewrite it. So now you can write from a place of, there was a time that I believed that nobody liked me. And what I discovered is that I was surrounded by a bunch of people that had a lot of wounds, that didn't like themselves, and they projected on me. And what I also discovered is I had a lot of characters in my story that were wounded, that didn't like themselves, that took it out on me, but it was never about me. In fact, what I've discovered in my story is I'm a real hero. I'm a warrior. I persevered anyway. I got through some of the most challenging things, and this is the wisdom that it gave me. So it's really empowering if you take the time to, one, write your story, two, edit it, and then unwind it all the way around. Super, super, super helpful. Okay? It's enlightening. You'll find that this happens a lot in my coaching, that as my clients begin to do this, some of the characters start leaving their life and new ones start coming in. Healthier choices. People that are more compatible. It's really, really, really beautiful. So, I hope today was helpful. If it was, be sure and like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and more than anything, have a beautiful day, everybody. Bye for now.